Hi there, it's Mr. Loader here. I wanted to share with you the learning for Wednesday the 27th of January 2021. It's an English lesson and the role is to sequence a poem. Now, sequence is a really important word at Key Stage 1 because we might use it in English, we might use it in maths, we might use it in computing, okay? So what do we mean by sequence? Okay, now, a sequence is a series of events that must be performed in order to achieve a task, or a sequence is putting something into an order. So we might, of course, in maths have a number sequence. In ICT, or computing rather, it might be putting commands into a sequence through script. And then, of course, in English, I guess instructions are put into a sequence, aren't they? So sequence is a very important word at Key Stage 1. Okay, and it shows a good understanding of a number of different things if we can put things into a sequence. So this is a poem here. I'm a little seed. So we need to put it in the correct order. Okay, now I'm going to read it to you and then explain to you how to put it in a sequence. You might want to have a go first. I haven't got a front and I haven't got a back. I'm a little brown seed, brown and fat. I will grow to be an apple tree while you play. Plant me in the earth, give me water each day. Okay, now that's not in the correct order, so I don't know if you want to pause it and then think about how we can get it into the correct order. Okay, so have a think, pause the video. Right, okay, now I'm going to explain how I would put it into an order. Now, seeing as we've been doing lots about plants in science, our knowledge of plants will really be able to help us put it in order. Now, this whole "I'll grow to be an apple tree while you play," that's going to come towards the end, isn't it? Because it's growing into a fully grown plant or tree in this case. Okay, so we know that's going to. So we know it's about I'm a little seed. That's the title, and this box here, it starts with I'm a little seed, brown and fat. So I'm going to put that one at the front, at the start. Sorry. Okay, because it goes with the title. That's my little bit of a clue. Plus, a seed, like we've been learning in science, is the beginning of a life cycle, or we're going to learn in science. Now, next it says, I haven't got a front and I haven't got a back. Plant me in the earth, give me water each day. I'll grow to be a apple tree while you play. Now, I would say that's the right order. The reason why I'd say that is brown and fat, and I haven't got a back. Now they don't quite rhyme, but they've got a very similar tempo, haven't they? Rhythm to them. And then if you look at this one here, plant me in the earth, give me water each day. Now that one ends with day, doesn't it? And then look, this one ends with play. So those two rhyme. So that's why I put them in that order. Okay. So hopefully that helps you when it comes to ordering those sentences. And here we go. I'm a little seed, brown and fat. I haven't got a front and I haven't got a back. Plant me in the earth, give me water each day. I'll grow to be an apple tree while you play. So here's another one you might want to have a go at. The cress seeds were planted, were as small as pencil dots, into a thick forest in walls as white as snow. It only took 2 weeks for my cress seed to grow. We scattered them on soil in white plastic pots. Right, okay. So again, pause the video. You might want to talk to a partner or an adult. Have a think about this, and then I'm going to explain it. Okay, right. Now you've had a think about it. Now again, this starts off with the cress seeds, doesn't it? Okay, and it's describing them. We planted, so it hasn't said anything about what happened to them yet. So that's the one that I'm going to start with because it's describing them. And then the next one I'm going to go with is this one because it's then saying what they did with them. And also it ends with dots, and this one ends with pots, and they rhyme. So the cress seeds we planted were as small as pencil dots. We scattered them on soil in white plastic pots. Okay, now I've got a choice between these two left, haven't I? It only took 2 weeks for my cress seed to grow into a thick forest in walls as white as snow. Now, actually, if we think about them, there is an order, isn't there, in terms of what's happening with the plant. Okay, talking about one, it talks about how long it took it to grow, and then the final one here, if we think this is the final one, it talks about what it looked like when it actually had finished growing. Okay, and there you can see it, the correct order. The cress seeds we planted were as small as pencil dots. We scattered them on soil in white plastic pots. It only took 2 weeks for my cress seeds to grow into a thick forest in walls as white as snow. And here's the learning activity to sequence the poem Little Brown Seeds. And there is an easier activity to sequence the poem Seeds. You'll find them on the website. And then the fly high challenge is explain what helped you to be able to sequence the poem. Now, I've just given you some clues there, okay? Now, I'm not going to show you the next slides because they will give away, they tell you the answers. So have a go at it and then you can look at those next slides yourself. Now, the plenary, I want to talk about similes, okay? Because sometimes in poems we use similes. Now, this is what a simile is. It compares two things using as or like. So the teacher was as wise as an owl. So here's loads of examples. So you can see it's using as, was as. The boy was as fierce as a lion. So quite often similes compare something to an animal. The old man was as slow as a tortoise. The girl was as quiet as a mouse. The thief was as cunning as a fox. The boy was as cheeky as a monkey. I walked to school as slow as a snail. Old cat was still as playful as a kitten. The man was as strong as an ox. Okay, so you can see those similes were describing things. As big as a house describes, and then the thing. Sometimes we describe a doing word. He swims like a fish. Okay, so he looks like an ogre. She runs like the wind. The boy jumped like a kangaroo. Can you answer some of these? She was as good as... Okay, and you got them to pick from. Jack was as quick as... Think about something that might be really quick. He was as quiet as... And we've just done this one, haven't we? The snow was as cold as... He was as tall as... She was as light as... Okay, now see if you can think of some of your own. I'm going to go back just so you know the answers. She was as good as gold. Okay. The other ones wouldn't quite make as sense. Okay. Jack was as quick as a flash. Now, some people might know this superhero Flash. Okay. And he's super quick, isn't he? And it's definitely not a snail or a turtle because they're slow. He was as quiet as a mouse. Lions, monkeys, and cheetahs aren't known for being quiet, especially not monkeys. The snow was as cold as ice. The other things aren't known for being cold, especially coffee. It's normally warm. He was as tall as... It's a giant, isn't it? Now, beanstalks, as we know from the story, Jim and the Beanstalk can be quite tall, but it's a giant. Okay. And then she was as light as a feather. All the other three things are very heavy things, aren't they? Or can be very heavy things. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you found that beneficial. Take care and speak to you soon.